to retain high-producing mortgage origination staff by providing predictive mortgage marketing automation and the tools and coaching that they need to succeed in today's marketplace. Production is down, and we're here to help you keep your people busy. And for a lot of people, that means the difference of keeping your people or not. And why do people leave in an environment like this? In some cases, it's better pay. They get a few more basis points somewhere else. But in most circumstances, it's a better title. It's a little counterintuitive, but their income is going to be down whether they leave or not. And a promotion in title helps them take some of the sting away that comes with, a lower income in general in society. Their neighbor might be a doctor, and there's not a lot they can do to stop their income from decreasing from last year, but they can take a move that improves their career, that helps them take a step forward and start posturing and setting up for their next success. And that's as important as income to a lot of people. Now, on the flip side of that coin, why do people stay? Now, there's an old saying, people don't quit jobs, they quit managers. Now, this is a business where that's particularly true. If your business has invested in them, they have invested in your business, and their success is tied to your success. If they've been neglected, they are more likely to jump ship to someone else who is promising them a better future. And the grass is not always greener, but it's hard to convince someone of that when they are looking for a change. And a common mistake people make, it's like a knee-jerk reaction. They know they need to make a change, and so they go out there looking for the newest and the latest and the greatest. That Facebook ad for that new something, right? And unfortunately, pursuing some of those things, they can work, but in a lot of cases they don't work. They're experimental. This is the first time you're trying a new idea, a new concept, and something like online leads. If you've never done online leads before, they can be incredibly expensive. They can be very challenging to close. It's a very different environment for a loan originator to work online leads than what they are used to. So providing them with that sort of a service as the solution, and them finding out that it's not quite what they expected, is a negative experience. What you were trying to do to help them and spend money on and resources on can become something that is discouraging. And the truth is, with a lot of online leads, they're incredibly costly and the performance is poor, and you're lucky to spend $2,000 and close a loan. And just overall, some of those, where we jump to first has not worked in the past, and we think that you should think twice and be careful about the next steps you make. So how do you adapt? How do you change your approach to really tackle the opportunity that's available in the market today and help your teams see the future with you rather than with somebody else? One thing that we like to tell people is there is more opportunity under your nose than you think, and it costs less than you expect to take advantage of that opportunity. So let's go back. How do you retain those high producing originators? How do you retain your high producing teams? Well, first, people need hope. They need to be treated well, and they need to see the best future in working with you rather than making a change. And a change is scary, but when you're desperate and when you know you have to do something, a change can oftentimes look like the best option. So one of the things that we see opportunity in that people are neglecting that can be provided, and you can help your loan originators find that opportunity and give them hope in their current position, is in orphaned databases. Now, what is an orphaned database? Well, an orphaned database is all of the loans that you closed or the people you've worked with in your institution that belonged to or worked with an originator that's no longer with you. That data, they know you, they trust you, they have a relationship with you, and they are just sitting there completely neglected. Now, those loans belong to your company, and you don't have a system to distribute those or help those people return to your company for their next loan. So how do you transition or transfer that book of business to an active originator in your team? Well, the goal is to protect the asset that the company has accumulated. And that is an asset. A past client database is a huge asset to any company. And you can use that data with a Monitorbase database monitoring tool to identify opportunity and assign those opportunities to a loan originator directly. So you have a systematic, effective way to find who is in the market out of those orphaned leads, hand them to an originator and say, hey, these people know us, give them a call, they're looking for a mortgage right now. That can help current origination teams that have an existing system. It can help you establish new originators. And it's providing them a tool set that helps you recapture these orphaned leads while helping them find opportunity in today's marketplace. We call it the orphanage, and I know that's a little sad, but it's a place where loan officers can go to adopt orphaned clients. People who are great contacts, people who know you, who trust you, who you have had a relationship in the past with, but they're being wildly neglected. The loan originator that worked with them originally went somewhere else. That data went into an archive, and it's just sitting there, and there's no system in place to find that business. So what we're proposing is using database monitoring. You can take that data, you can track all of the behavior, and you can assign those opportunities right back to an originator on your team when those contacts are in the market. So it's not just a big list, hey, give these people a call. Each day, it's providing them opportunity that's very actionable, that's driving a response directly to the loan officer. And this database, if you don't do this kind of activity, if you don't do the follow-up, if you don't implement a system, the database becomes less valuable over time rather than more valuable. Those people become further separated and more distant from your company, and it's less likely you'll be able to pull them back. And so coming up with an effective system to turn that orphan database into a source of business for your teams, as well as a retention strategy for your company, is going to be a very big opportunity going into 2022 and 2023. And on the flip side, if you are able to implement a strategy, the wonderful thing is that database becomes more valuable over time. When you've closed one loan with someone and then another loan, they're far more likely to come to you for their third loan than they were for their second. And so you can take that database and it becomes a residual source of business overall. Now, obviously transactions are lower, volume is lower. Loan originators are looking for ways to adapt. And you can provide those systems to them effectively, systematically, in a process that doesn't require them to really be experimental. And there's more opportunity than just orphan database. The same systems can be used to monitor things like a loan originator's contacts out of their cell phone, or email contacts, or past clients from a previous company. Helping them systematically find that opportunity and really get back to the basics is a very important part of the strategy that it takes to succeed. Now, a lot of loan officers, they're a little bit reluctant to be like, oh, sphere of influence, bring all of your friends and family and put them in your CRM so they can all get blast emails, right? They're not always willing to do that because, well, they're not an MLM. They're professionals, and they want to trust that the systems that are marketing to their clients are going to their clients and really not harassing everyone else. But using a really targeted, precise system, you can identify, hey, this person out of your cell phone contacts is in the market right now. This person who you've worked with in the past is in the market right now. This person, that you went to college with is in the market right now. Those are opportunities of people that you have existing relationships with, people that know you and trust you, and if you can engage with them on a one-to-one basis, rather than like a blast everyone with messaging all the time basis, you can find opportunity that is easy for originators to capture, and it just takes them really changing their thinking and seeing what is an opportunity right under their nose. Most loan originators have thousands on thousands of contacts in their cell phone and in their email that are people that they could be doing business with, that they should be doing business with, but they don't have an effective system for finding that opportunity. Look, there's no such thing as one size fits all, but in today's market, providing services that work for any originator at any level is crucial. If you want to keep your existing teams, don't turn them into experimental loan officers. I'll use an analogy. In aviation, there are planes called experimental planes, and they're experimental because they have not gone through the rigorous testing necessary to establish their safe operating parameters. And so those airplanes are required to have an experimental sticker on the door, on the dash, so that anyone in that plane knows that this plane is an experimental airplane. And when you take a loan officer from an existing system and say, hey, I have a new idea, we've never tested it, we're not sure it's gonna work, but maybe this will solve your problems. A lot of times they feel like they're an experimental pilot. And that is not a positive experience for most people. They're not excited to test out a new system that they're not sure is gonna work and work hard at it. It can leave them feeling unsafe and at risk. So what we recommend is use tried and proven processes and systems that work for thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of loan officers already, and provide those to them and help them capture more opportunity out of the data sets that they know, out of the people that already know them and their company. Those are opportunities that are no-brainers. It's easy to see the value, it's easy to execute on, and it's a system you can provide to them and coach them on that will give them hope, it will give them a future, and it'll help them see that your institution, your company is adapting to the marketplace that we're currently in. They are adapting to provide value to these teams so that they can have a future with your company. Because I promise you, if you aren't painting a future for them to see, someone else is. A recruiter is, another VP is, somebody else is showing them that there's a future somewhere else. And so it's about adapting, it's about providing the value proactively rather than defensively. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the marketing services that we offer, the monitoring platform, to identify opportunities out of those orphaned databases, identify opportunities out of your CRM contacts, your phone contacts, your email contacts, request a demo below. We're happy to show you the system. Again, it's far more affordable and simple to adopt a system like this than you think. These are well-established processes and integrations, and it's very easy to train the loan officers on and get them to see the vision and the opportunity in mining and finding opportunity out of your existing databases. So click the link below and request a demo.